Our first guest is one of the funniest people that I know. She's also my neighbor. Please welcome my friend, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Hi.
Hi. Andy there and Mop Mary right there.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Mary's kind of cold today. I'm not getting a good vibe from her.
She's, I don't know, ever since this coronavirus thing, she's just been very stiff.
Kind of moping around.
Yep. I'd say
Or mopping
around.
should I
Good
say?
stuff right here. Good stuff early in the interview.
Yep, strong start. So
Guys, we're killing it. We're
We-
killing it.
we are. So we saw each other the other day. Portia and I were on a walk up a hill, and you were on your way down with your son, who was very handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You made a good one. He's good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big boy. Big boy. That was good. I was happy that we did that. We went on a social distance hike together. That was very good, right?
Yes, it was
And-
difficult to do that. I found because we had to stay so far apart.
Right. And also there was this question of like, I got kind of a crick in my neck because either, you're going back talking to each other that way or that way, Anyway,
Right.
It's not the most ideal way to be together, needless to say, but we must do it.
We must socialize in a safe way. Next time we do it, you just gave me an idea, and I agree with you. Usually, because one of us is ahead of the other, what if we
Yes.
carry a mirror so that we can actually talk in the mirror to the person behind us?
And also to add on to that idea with the mirror, a bullhorn.
Smart.
Yeah, because
Smart.
we couldn't really hear each other.
Right. So I think if we carry those two, and by the way, that's a great workout for our arms
It,
as we're walking.
yeah, it's not that heavy, but okay.
Oh, no. A bullhorn is heavy.
A bullhorn is
A bullhorn is
yeah,
heavy.
it depends. So you didn't hear anything I said. I told you about my philosophies of life and the most important thing that I've ever learned. Did you remember any of that? Did you hear it? No, that's a shame.
Nothing.
Now, Julia, your hair looks really good. I know you were concerned when we were talking about like everyone's having the same concerns about hair color, haircut, all kinds of things. Did you do something? Because it looks good.
Yeah, I did, Ellen. Are you familiar with a black Sharpie and black shoe polish?
I've seen them in drugstores, yes.
Yes. Well, that's what you're looking at right now.
You did not.
This is all smoke and mirrors. Oh, 100%. This has all been fabricated. What about your hair? Your hair's blonde, man.
Yeah, Portia and I took a chance and we bleached each other's hair last night. Yep. We actually FaceTimed with Tracy and she told us what to do, and
Yes.
we took a chance, and so I have a little bit lighter hair today.
Wow, that's kind of amazing. It looks good, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you something. I am, what am I, 62 years old, baby? I'm 62, and I don't have gray hair yet. It's just not gray. So I'm shocked by
That
that.
is mind-blowing.
I know, I'm shocked by it. But it's dark, and so anyway, I'll let it.
Here's my story that goes with that. When I was 14 years old, I got my first gray hair. So that's how long this is bull been going on. I know we're not allowed to say that word on your show. I apologize.
That's fine.
You can say bull during the coronavirus. You can't say it any other time. You can say it's now allowed to
Oh.
say
No,
ass.
it's not okay.
Not okay, but all of the others totally fine.
Is okay?
Is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now you were last time you were on the show when we could be closer together and had an audience that we would know how this is going.
I'm telling you right now, it's going well.
All right, stay out of it. So you were promoting the movie Downhill, which is now on demand, and I'm so glad people will get to see it. It's you and Will Ferrell, and it's a marvelous movie. It's funny, it's heartbreaking, it's shocking. It's so many different things at once. But there's you and Will are great together. Anyway, the point. You're welcome. The point is, well, first of all, every project you've been in, you choose. You know when you see the name Julie Louis-Dreyfus, it's going to be a great project because you're smart and you're funny and you pick really good things. But there was there was an incident in a steam room you were filming in Austria, and I'd like you to tell that story.
Yes, we were filming in Austria. We were on location for a number of months, Ellen, and in Austria, they have sort of co-ed saunas and steam rooms and sort of locker rooms. Everything's co-ed. And I wasn't really aware of that. Actually, I was a little bit aware of it, but it was sort of hard to imagine. And I went downstairs. They had this area, steam room, etc., at the hotel we were staying in. It was very nice. And I went in and nobody was in the steam. So I had my towel down on, and so I lay down on the thing and I sit down and I was just relaxing. And the next thing I know, some very heavy set, hairy, older gentleman comes into the room, the steam room, completely naked, and sits right across from me. There's nothing aggressive about it. He was a naked gentleman. Okay. And I shot out of there like a cannon out of a cannonball. You have never seen a naked woman move faster than I did. It was like an Olympic feat of athleticism how quickly I got out of there.
That's a good talk show story.
There's like just a trace of you left. It was that fast that there's still an image. By the way, that's a book I'd like to read. Is The Naked Gentleman. It's if you ever want to write it.
Yeah, well, he may be writing it himself, so I don't want to step on his toes.
Okay. No, you do not want to step on his toes.
No, I certainly don't.
Now, Andy, should we have more questions like about her live streams?
Why don't we take a commercial break?
That's what I'm wondering.
And then we're going to come back with more Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Well, I'll say that part.
Okay.
I'm just asking if we should take a break.
Okay.
All right, so we'll take a break.
I think we should take a break.
Yeah. This has been exhausting. Let's take a break. We'll be
I've
back.
had it.
Yeah. We're back with Julie Louis-Dreyfus. Now, Joe Biden was on the show. That's how you met him on our show, right?
Yes. By the way, what year was that? That was like 2008.
Yeah,
It was right before the election.
Right before the election. He becomes the vice president. Then you do a show where you're the vice president.
I know it. Isn't that incredible? He was so, and Ellen, he dunked me on your show. You had a dunk tank.
Yes. For breast cancer, right? It was
for breast cancer.
Yeah.
Which I then got. Thank you very much.
Do you blame him?
No, not because. I blame the dunk tank.
Yeah, I think it was the dunk tank, and I apologize for that now. Yeah, but
oh well, easy come, easy go.
But the good news is you're healthy as can be, and that's all gone, and you look great, and you feel great, and that's all good news. Now, you've been live streaming with your old co-stars every week.
Yeah, we've been doing this thing on Insta Live where we have a chat, and we've been doing it to raise money for Direct Relief, which I'm sure you know about.
I've donated to Direct. Yes, I love Direct Relief. Donated to them myself.
Yeah, they're pretty great, right? And so we've been doing this on Saturdays, and in fact, tomorrow I have a really special guest. I've got my friend Jason Alexander is going to come on, and we're going to be talking about a show we made together called Seinfeld.
What is it called?
And so that ought to be. It's called Seinfeld. Yeah, S-E-I-N as in Nancy. E-I
did that
as in
go,
Nancy.
How long did that go? Did it go a long time?
It did. It went for about 9 years. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, it was pretty popular.
Who else was on it?
It was me and this guy Jason and a guy named Jerry Seinfeld and another guy named Michael Richards. You haven't seen it. You watch it. It's on. You can find it on television if you look for it. I think it's there.
So it was called Seinfeld, and then there was a guy on it called Jerry Seinfeld? It was his character Jerry
Oh
Seinfeld?
yeah, that was his name. No, his character name was that, and also his name was that, because the writers were too lazy to come up with another name for the character,
Huh.
which is interesting. It was a lot of lazy writing.
Yeah.
A lot. Of
Well,
lazy.
it was probably,
Yeah.
what, it was the 70s? When was this on?
It was in the early 50s. It was on
Yeah.
in the early
That's
50s.
why,
It was
that's,
in the golden age.
that's why I haven't seen it. Yeah, I'm going to look that up, though, because that sounds, is
Yeah.
it a drama?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great.
It's pretty heavy, so be prepared.
It's drama. It's pretty heavy. It's got a lot of like cliffhangers from season to season.
Oh, I
But a
love
lot of good
it's
lessons.
pretty-
A
it's
lot of
also
good
got
life
a lot.
lessons.
It also has a lot of violence. So if you don't like violence, don't watch it. There's a lot of violence.
You know, one of my favorite musicals is Violence, so I love a violin. All right,
We got to take a break again,
we're going to take a break.
and then we're going to play a game with
That
Julie.
went so well. That conversation.
This is going great.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back. We're going to play a game.